Hey there. So today I want to challenge you to ask you, have you ever thought of something so deeply and then moments later, days later, weeks later, it happened? Or if you have been wanting to see someone or a song that you haven't heard of or a billboard that my favorite are the billboards that are digital that are flashing several different types of advertisements, and right when you see it, it has that phrase that means something that only you could connect with. Whatever you call that, if you call it intuition, coincidence, synchronicity, alignment, that moment is a chance for you to look at life a little differently, how you view relationships and the connections that we have. And this particular situation that happened to me was just Christmas, actually. And there was this specific group back when I was a teenager in the 80s, and they were called Missing Persons. And they were kind of punkish 80s and spiked hair and just really great lyrics and just really a dynamic energy that I didn't really know much about what was going on in life, but the lyrics just really spoke to me. And one of the songs by Missing Persons was called Destination Unknown. And every lyric, it spoke to me. And there was a moment maybe 2 weeks before it was going to be Christmas, and all of a sudden I realized I don't have these songs on my playlist. And I was like, well, this is the day of streaming. I can download what I want and keep it. And I really kept listening to the song, and I was like, oh man, I had a friend in town and she's a little bit younger, and I was telling her about, man, listen to these lyrics, and I was vibing with them and saying them one by one and just really getting deep into this memory, this experience that I haven't had in decades. And so this particular Christmas, I was going over to my son's place and taking my friend with me. And he came up to me with this gift. And I haven't really always been the best Christmassy person. But if you get me a gift, if it's not a gift certificate or something where I can get my own special thing, I'm cool with that. I'm not that kind of person. But this looked like maybe a calendar, and my son gave it to me and he said, I'm not going to tell you how I found this, but Merry Christmas. And so I'm ripping it open, and if you're looking at the thumbnail that I presented, it's so weird that the colors in the top that I was wearing match the colors of this album. If you kind of check it out, it's kind of even brings more mysteriousness to this whole tale. And it was the album. And this is what makes this little scenario so special, for me, but also for things that you all have looked for, specific things that would take you back to that moment. When I was thinking about these songs, I was thinking about just downloading them to hear them today. But when my son was looking for a gift for me, he actually remembered the album when I was a youngster, like when I was, really into the music. And the thing is, my son wasn't born when I listened to this. It was just one of the songs that he grew up with, as I'm his mom, listening to my 80s music, and he's born 10 years later. And so for me to feel that, and for him to feel that this is something that I would receive in the most loving, giving, caring way, is one of the greatest gifts about living this life. And so I just challenge you to take some time and let me know if you've win, because this thing here, this is something we have all done. So I know that we have all had a moment where, unless the person was literally in the room, you know that phrase that says, if I was a fly on the wall, like if you just knew that this person would receive this gift so openly. That's what I want to focus on, and focus on it this week. Something that you've been wanting, something that you've been hoping, a job offer, or a person you've been wanting to listen to, or a song that you haven't heard in years, and it reminds you of this time where you were younger and less informed about life and it was free and fun. I want you to send out that message to that person and see if if they can receive it. That is so magical. And on another note, I want to also bring attention. I finally have my Be Worthy Lifestyle merchandise. I'm going to put the location in the description of this video so you can check out some of my real cool worthyisms and on t-shirts. And I'll be keeping new ones popping up from time to time. And I really appreciate any support as I go on my journey to inspirationally guide people and let them really realize that in a time of so little human connection, that we still are communicating with each other in the most loving, kind, and beautiful way. So I want to keep that momentum going, and let's keep sharing these stories. I know I will. And this is MJ Worthy, and this is my story.